Welcome to another episode of Pathways to Our Past, or PP for short. Isn't that right, Kyle?
Yeah.
So, we've got Ella back again, and a very special guest, Kyle, today. We don't have Travis or Joe, because Travis is planting garlic, and Joe is in Alaska doing rugged Joe things. But we are at Devil's Lake State Park in eastern Sauk County, Wisconsin. And it is a huge park, so we're not going to hit everything, but we'll hit some of the highlights. And then I'll run through some of the information. And since me and Kyle used to play WoW together, we're also treating today like a raid. And at the end, when we do our premium beer review, we'll also inventory all the loot we found, and who knows, I might make them spend some DKP on it. But this is a 9,217 acre park surrounding a 360 acre lake. It is a, what kind of lake is it, Kyle? Endo something.
No idea, Chad.
I wrote it down. Where is it? Oh, Endorheic or closed drainage lake. So it's a 360 acre closed drainage lake surrounded by 500-foot high bluffs with no discernible inlet or outlet. And it was created by a glacier depositing terminal moraines that plugged the north and south ends of the gap in the bluffs during the last ice age. It is named Devil's Lake from a misinterpretation of a Ho-Chunk name. It's actually more appropriately translated as Sacred Lake or Spirit Lake. It is about a mile north to south on either side and half a mile east to west on either side, and you can walk around the entire lake, which we probably won't be doing today. So right now we're in one of the sort of satellite parking lots, and we just started the show in that lot down there. There are a lot of cars and a lot of people here today. This park does get 3 million visitors a year, which is a significant amount. And this time of year, when all the leaves are changing, it is a really popular place to be, especially on a weekend like today is Saturday. But we're walking up to one of the trails, the East Bluff Trail. I think we'll start down that and hook up with some of the other trails. And while we're on the trail, if we see any of the highlight spots, I'll point them out. So me and Kyle just made a pretty steep climb, so we're taking a rest at this very convenient rock that almost works as a bench. And I thought I'd run through some of the history of the park while we're sitting here, catching our breath. So as I said earlier, the name of the lake is Devil's Lake, but that was a mistranslation of a Ho-Chunk name, so it's more like Spirit Lake. And the lake itself is highly significant in Ho-Chunk oral history, and there is a lot of visible evidence of Native American habitation around the park, namely several effigy mounds. There's a lynx-shaped one, a sparrow-shaped one, and a linear mound. And the area where the park now stands was settled by pioneers in the mid-1800s, and the first hotel was established in 1866, and the area became a popular vacation destination for rich families from Chicago and Milwaukee. But the park itself was founded in 1911 and housed 5 resorts, but by the 40s the hotels were all closed and there's no sign of them here anymore. From 1934 to 1941, approximately 200 civilian Conservation Corps members resided in a work camp here at the park and built many of the trails and buildings and beaches that are still in use today. One of the biggest draws for the people that come to the park are the unique quartzite rock formations, specifically Prospect Point, Elephant Rock, Balanced Rock, and Devil's Doorway. The trail we're on right now, from the trailhead to the point where it meets with a different trail, is about 1.1 miles, and at that spot is the Balanced Rock. Another highlight of this park is the Potholes Trail, but like Kyle said, it's not fun going up it. It's much better going down. And this park also contains 13.7 miles out of the 1,200 miles of the Ice Age Trail. So there's a Ice Age Trail loop in here. Anyway, we've caught our breath. We're going to keep hiking. Hopefully the next stop will be Balanced Rock. The 1,200 mile backpacking trail comes up on these steep rocky steps. Can you imagine standing on the edge with like a like a freaking 65-liter pack, fully loaded, and then it's wet and slippery like this. Alright, we'll just, yeah, sorry. And get down there and get a view of the lake.
Did the kids go up? We're right here. Ready to go.
There we go. Nice top-down view of the lake. Parking lot. What's that building down there called? It's like the Chalet or something.
View of the South Shore.
The South Shore. Yes, Kyle. Very good. The South Shore. So that's the South Shore right there. And then this is the East Shore with the beach. Good view of the fall colors on the trees. We sure are high up. I don't like heights, Kyle. Another good view of the lake. We missed Balanced Rock, but now we're headed towards something called Devil's Doorway, so hopefully we should hit that and not miss it like Balanced Rock. Somehow we got off the trail too, and we're down below on like something that may or may not have been a trail. But now we're back.
The adventure, okay?
Yeah.
A little adventure.
We're going on an adventure. That's what raiding parties do. Right, Kyle?
Yeah, it's just an adventure, okay? So we didn't finish telling you a story. We were on that starboat. There's a trip.
I like stories. I want to hear that story. Oh, careful. So there's Devil's Doorway down there. There's people crawling up into it. Okay, this is treacherous, Kyle.
It is. Be careful.
How am I going to get down with a beer in one hand and a camera in the other? There we go. Devil's Doorway.
Look, it's Balanced Rock.
Wow, huge. It's right down there. No. No, someone put up a little rock to make...
Don't make me laugh right now. It's dangerous. Okay. Look, I'm balancing on a rock.
Balanced Rock. Kyle, do you know where Balanced Rock is, though?
Oh. Here's a rock. It's balanced. Pretty balanced.
I think that...
Hey, Chad, look. It's Balanced Rock.
Is that one Balanced Rock?
It has
Where's
to be.
Balanced Rock, Kyle?
It has to be.
There's too many Balanced...
Hey, Chad, I think that's Balanced Rock.
Over there?
Yeah, you know, over there.
Somewhere over there? You sure? What about...
I don't think we were supposed to go this way.
We're not on the trail.
Oh.
Oh, there's the trail.
There's the path.
Look, balanced wood, Kyle. They cut this tree so you could cram through there.
Like, oh, it's getting a little narrow right here.
Don't drop your can.
Oh no, not my...
Is that the loot?
Not my sweet loot. Not my loot can. Hey, look, it's Balanced Rock.
Kyle, do you know where Balanced Rock is? I don't think that's it.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably not it.
I think it was that one way back at the top.
Yeah, this doesn't look very balanced.
No, I mean, that's just a rock, dude. It's not balancing on anything.
My bad. Let's go back looking.
If that was a rolling rock, That would be a balanced rock. So this is the actual balanced rock. We found it finally. Here we see one of the effigy mounds that I was talking about and a sign explaining it. I do find the parentheses in quotations effigy mound builders kind of amusing. Native Americans, effigy mound builders. This is in the shape of some sort of land animal with 4 legs, it looks like.
Some sort of creature.
Not sure which one this is, but there it is right there. So we found a spot to do everybody's favorite segment, the premium beer review. And we actually still have quite a few beers left today, or when you're rating, potions, right, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
So today's beer is Old Milwaukee. And normally we find cheap beers that put on slogans that make them sound better, like last week was Ice Brewed for a bolder taste, or Hamm's was America's premium lager since 18 whatever. Old Milwaukee decided not to use any words and just put a pinup on the can, which I appreciate. The subtlety of that. You know, just put a classic pinup, a little bit of art to make your beer seem better or get people to buy it. So we're gonna crack it open and try it out. Fucking foamy shit. I don't usually swear in these videos, Kyle.
Whoa.
What do you think of the beer, Kyle?
Light, mild. Pretty mellow.
I actually really enjoy this beer. Normally the beers that we're using for the premium beer review are about 10 or 11 bucks a 30 pack. This is like 14, so we really splurged. I enjoy this beer. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but it doesn't taste bad. And like when you're out hiking like we're doing today, you can drink it while you're hiking. And it's basically like Gatorade, right,
Yeah.
Kyle? I mean,
It was Gatorade.
gives you
basically.
electrolytes, and it doesn't leave like a strong coating of sugar in your mouth as if you were drinking like one of those heavier beers. So you can really you can really lay into them. And then if you're hiking, you're sweating it all out. You just fucking pound them all day long. So Kyle, how many beers out of the 6-pack would you give Devil's Lake?
Oh, Devil's Lake. One of my favorite places. 5.5 beers.
5.5 Old Milwaukee's out of the 6-pack. How about the beer itself?
The beer, I'd give it a solid 4 in my
Solid
book.
4. Very good. I'll go to the full 6-pack for Devil's Lake today. 6 Old Milwaukee's. I love Devil's Lake, and I love the hiking, and there's a lot of trail here, and I do like the longer hikes, and some of them are kind of strenuous, which I really enjoy, and the view is amazing. Old Milwaukee, I'll give, I'm with Kyle, 4 out of the 6. So, now we're going to move into Kyle showing us our haul from our raid today. What kind of loot did we get today, Kyle?
Our first piece of loot today is an epic purple glove of mystery.
Epic purple glove of mystery.
You can tell it's epic because it's so purple.
What's the agility on that?
It's got at least 16 agility.
So hunter gear.
It's hunter gear, clearly.
Yeah.
But it also gives you a slight frost resistance. For
Oh, boy.
all those frostbites that totally exist. So just be prepared for that.
Okay.
Okay. Our second piece of loot is this bottle cap I found. I have no idea what it's from, but it's seen somewhere. Must be lucky.
Must be.
Must be. And we found this bonus potion today.
What kind of potion is that?
No, this is a classic Bud Light performance enhancing potion. You can tell because of all the football related paraphernalia on it.
There's one thing Bud Light does. It enhances your performance.
It enhances performance. Okay? Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
Official beer sponsor of the NFL. Maybe we'll have to review that sometime.
the NFL?
No, the Bud Light. I mean,
and
that's a pretty good premium beer slogan. Maybe someday we'll review that one. The official beer sponsor of the NFL. And it's limited edition. Sorry.
And the
okay.
most important piece of loot we found, an epic weapon. I would say 2/3 of a brick.
How would you rate this amongst all the loot in the game?
In the game, I mean,
Is this, or just amongst weapons?
just amongst weapons, I mean, it's very inconspicuous. You can carry it pretty much anywhere, and
Would you say it's the best weapon in the
it
game?
is clearly the best weapon. This is pretty much legendary quality right here.
Wow, that's quite the drop.
Mhm.
How much DKP would you spend on that?
Well, since this is clearly a hunter weapon, and I'm a hunter, I don't have to spend any on it since it's
Good
required for my build.
Good point. Does getting the weapon include this? What is that? Is that a snail or a slug? Is that come included with the weapon?
I mean,
or do you have to bid DKP on that?
oh, it already comes pre-enchanted with a slug.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for today's episode of Pathways to Our Past. We appreciate you watching, and thank you, Kyle, for coming along. I had a great day.
No problem.